Travis Wayne Goodsell. Day one, and that was an overwhelming project. I didn't even finish April by noon. I am still not finished. And it's after 4. And so, yeah, it's obviously going to be quicker for the rest of the week, for the rest of the conferences, to do the segments for the clips for my collection. But for each session, do a full highlight reel for you guys. And then other videos later after conference I can incorporate in whenever I see a match to those of the old conferences. But as I told you before I did this project, I knew going in that I would see more things by referring back to the conferences. And sure enough, even more than I knew. And I realized today when he was talking about things, revelation came to my mind. But it's not going to be until Wednesday, 2020's conference. That's when he goes over it. And so that's going to be a big bombshell one. As if you guys haven't had bombshells here. I've done these quotes in other previous videos, but there's a different presentation of them here because of what I now know in hindsight. Going back to them, I see more. And dear God, it is scary. He is a pure evil man. He is the false Christ, the Antichrist. And that okay, I spoiled the bombshell for Wednesday. But his whole teachings are Luciferian, taking away agency, force, obedience. Yeah, there's some other wild stuff. The secret combination. He openly confesses, Jesus Christ is his secret combination code word. That's what the Danites did under Brigham Young, as they went around telling converts, Jesus, Christianity. And so new converts coming in were thinking it was going to be a Christian church with Jesus. And Joseph Smith, was getting upset because of the 12 that were spreading the lies as they were going around talking about the Book of Mormon. And so the 1838 visionary account was to dismiss that, to return to the learning of the Jews, which is right there in the beginning of the Book of Mormon. And so it's clear, but brainwashing of Christianity is very strong, and was infiltrating Joseph's works and church. And he lost. He was assassinated as Christianity won out again, militantly. But I found the quote that he makes of Joseph Smith. It's from the Joseph Smith Papers, and it's after the Relief Society organization, which means he's been going through the Joseph Smith Papers. He knows the bombshells that I now know. He's known about the bombshells. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Nelson knows the bombshells in the Joseph Smith Papers. and yet they won't change our canon to correct and add to it, and he won't reference it. He didn't reference it. He just quotes, said Joseph Smith said this, and I had to Google search it. So you can see the one page where I Google search it, and then I found the Joseph Smith paper on it. And I have the picture of it for you. And I made sure to highlight his quoted portion. And he took it out of context. Wouldn't you know it? That bastard. Joseph was trying to settle a dispute. They just got organized, and already they're at odds with each other because there were widows who were not receiving any support money. And the Relief Society was supposed to help support them. And so they were bickering about other minor things, and so Joseph Smith then gives that quote in that context. Take care of the more weightier measures. Let the little things go. There are widows who need your help. But, man, it's just unbelievable the things that you can find once you understand. Because if you are still stuck on Jesus and Christianity for the interpretation of all things Joseph Smith, you are not paying attention to the Joseph Smith papers. It is the authoritative source. No more are scriptures. No more. How do I get that through to you? Because there are bombshells in there. And Nelson won't change the manuals, won't change the scriptures, won't redo the footnotes, none of it. And he's setting up, because he's the false Christ. It's him who's going to appear. That's what's going to scare you guys to death, is he's going to try to pull that con. I always wondered, well, how is he going to pull off Joseph Smith, or Jesus? How is Jesus going to appear, the second coming? And no, he's not. He's not real. How is he going to pull it off? And so is it going to be like 1984 or The Wizard of Oz? You know, nope. He's Big Brother. Him, Nelson, Mars. And having been learning about it, learning the name was Mars, and going now back, it's like, oh my God, it's him. It's the Antichrist. So if you've ever watched Left Behind, Nelson is the Antichrist. Just import the big corporate leader who's the Antichrist with Nelson. I believe that's coming up tomorrow. It's episode 6 or series 6 in the movie links with Kevin Sorbo. I haven't seen the others, I don't think. But anyway. So yeah, I've already got the clips for the final one. It's just the temple one, and I already know how to set it up. And this is at 95% complete saving. And so I'll do this, get this uploaded, and then have dinner and do the temple one and call it a day. And then tomorrow I'll do that version format to get caught up. So we'll have October 2018, and then both of 2019's general conferences for tomorrow. And I should be able to, because the 2019 ones just have the 3 standard talks, the 2 short and the 1 long. So that should be a quicker. I should be able to catch up tomorrow. But I mean, this, for Mormons to want to be in the Church of Satan is scary. I've known Mormons who worship Lucifer, and Nelson had his daughter, but Sunday highlights. Jesus secret code. I mean, you guys don't understand. I've been able, despite not fully grasping it, having to go back and grasp the bigger picture of what he's up to, I yet still knew what he was up to. And Nelson has been trying to assassinate me all these years, trying to destroy me, ruin my life. And I'm free, and he still gets my brother sicked on me. I still no banging on the doors, and they've got papers to serve me with. I shouldn't, because it was a frivolous lawsuit. My brother was an ass. But the church are desperate. And Mormons are complete suckers and losers when it comes to criminal activity. They're not good at it. But they sure have done damage to me, though. Permanent, irreparable damage. And those people who succeeded that way were rewarded. And yeah, that's sad that people are forced or are willing to destroy another person's life. And I saw this in House of Cards, where the reporter for the reporter who was assassinated then gets framed as a terrorist, cyber terrorist. And then the other co-worker was approached and forced to testify against him, or she would have her life destroyed. And that's exactly what's been done to me in the various ways. And this is Lucifer's church. This is how it's run. This is how it will be run in the millennium, Mormons. You do not want to live in this kind of world. I know you think you do, because it's the one true church of Jesus. But Jesus is code. And if you don't know this, you're going to be horrified when it all comes out in the open. Because that'll be the final test to purge the remaining snowflakes from the church. As funny as it is scary. But yeah, I was able to catch on the Washington, D.C. temple to destroy the American government so they can have their kingdom back. I know all of it. And now I've got the confirmation from Nelson. I know his code, his secret combination. And final countdown to conference. Hang on, people. Hang on.